Now let's discuss Surangama Sutra. So at this time, the king Prasenajit from Sravasti rose and said to Sakyamuni Buddha, in the past, before I heard Sakyamuni Buddha's Dharma teaching, I heard from the heretics Dristi, Katyayana and Virada. So Katyayana means the chief head, but a heretic, one of the 6 heretics teacher. He believed that everything is created by Shiva. That's one of the heretical views. So King Prasenajit had met Katyayana and also Virada. What is Virada? Is one with long hair and smear ash all over the body. Is also one of the heretics teachers. And he believed that after a human dies, that's nirvana, no cause, no effect. He does not believe in karma. He doesn't believe in cause and effect. That death is nirvana. And we saw that when we went to India. They grow their hair very long, never cut their hair, and they would smear a blue, purple ash on their body. And they say that's like a bone ash all over the face and body and limbs and feet, the whole body. What we saw was one with long hair, never cut their hair, ash all over the body, just wearing an underwear, right? A cloth. I saw that. I think it was like next to a ditch. So they don't believe in cause and effect or karma. Death is nirvana. So this deviant path teacher said that the body after death is annihilated. That's called nirvana. Though now I encounter the Buddha, doubts still linger within me. How can I recognize and realize this mind, the wondrous, luminous, true mind that is non-arising and non-ceasing? What kind of state is the wondrous, luminous, true mind? All of us in this assembly who still have leakages earnestly wish to understand. Those with leakages, which means those with afflictions, wish to hear Sakyamuni Buddha's teaching on the realm of the wondrous, luminous, true mind. That's this piece. King Prasenajit rose and asked this question. The Buddha told the king, King Prasenajit, your body exists now. Let me ask you, is this physical body of yours like indestructible Vajra, eternal and imperishable? Or is it subject to change and decay? So is your body existing forever, or it can change and decay? The Buddha asked the king. And the king replied, Sakyamuni Buddha, this body of mine will ultimately perish, will die and disappear. I just say it in plain words. And the Buddha told the king, "You have not yet perished. How do you know you will perish? You have not died. How do you know you will die?" And the king answered, "Sakyamuni Buddha, my body is impermanent. Although it has not perished, I observe that each present thought fades away moment by moment, ever shifting and never abiding. Just like fire turning into ash, it gradually burns out and perishes without pause. I am certain that this body will ultimately come to complete extinction." Sakyamuni Buddha, impermanent body is changing and decay. Although it's not dead yet, but I observe that each thought is ever changing. I said last night, the same with the thoughts. A thought appears and disappears. Another thought appears and disappears. And one after another, arising and ceasing, non-stop, endlessly. Just like fire turning into ash. It gradually perishes without pause. That's why I know that my body will eventually die. Sakyamuni Buddha said, "It is so. Your present age has already entered old age and weakened. How does your appearance compare to when you were a child? They are really different." So King Prasenajit told Sakyamuni Buddha, "Sakyamuni Buddha, when I was a child, my skin was excellent, smooth, supple, and lustrous. And in prime adulthood, my vitality brimful. But now, in the decline of age, how do you pronounce this character?" So anybody above 70 years old is called this old age. So now I am close to 70s. Decay presses upon me. My form withered and weak. The vitality has diminished. Complexion sallow. Spirit dull. You would drowse every time seated on the dharma seat. The head is lowered, not like young person, sitting upright and full of vitality, and they walk briskly. And in the military, I was full of vitality, but in old age, even the walk is different, and complexion sallow, yellowed, and pale, and hair white, and face wrinkled. Death draws near. How could I possibly compare to the vigor I once had? The appearance of the past is gone. Now it's like a withered flower. The complexion pale and sallow, and the wrinkles and the hair white. Sakyamuni Buddha told King Prasenajit, "Great king, Your physical decay did not come suddenly, did it? These transformations occur so subtly and imperceptibly that I do not truly notice them. The Buddha asked, did it happen suddenly? But the king said, no, the changes are not noticeable. With the passing of the seasons, I have come to this state. Why is that? When I was 20, though still called young, my appearance had already aged from when I was 10. So when one is 20, it's different from 10. And by 30, that's different from 20. And now, at 60, 62, when I look back at 50, I seem strong and vigorous then. So every year, it's ever changing. A period is 12 years. But here it talks about a decade. There's a difference every decade. Sakyamuni Buddha that changes are subtle, though they mark decline. Occur seemingly within spans of 10 years. But if I reflect more carefully, I realize, is it only every decade or two that these changes occur? In truth, they shift year by year. So, not just every decade, it's every year. There is a difference year by year, and not only year by year, but month by month. And not merely month by month, but even day by day. Deep contemplation and careful observation every instant, every minute, every second, every instant is ever changing, endlessly. So every instant is ever changing. Never stops. Like our thoughts are ever changing every day. Body too is ever changing every day. Every minute it's changing. The cells die and reborn and die and reborn again. And not every 10 years or every period of time or every month and not every day either. Every minute, every second, it's ever changing actually. Just like your thoughts, it's also ever changing. You think this now, think that, and tomorrow and the day after, thoughts after thoughts endlessly. Therefore I know this body of mine will ultimately perish through constant change. It will eventually die. The dialogue between King Prasenajit and Sakyamuni Buddha. I feel the suffering of Sumu this time. I also feel myself that Sumu's suffering is even more. But I find my own work has diminished. And the meaning of life is gone too. I cannot ride, I cannot do many exercises, so I cannot maintain my physical stamina. It's the same as the King Prasenajit, that day by day it diminishes It cannot be rejuvenated. It cannot return. Having physical body is really a suffering. Without the physical body, like my dharma bodies, they can go everywhere with no illness, no pain, and maintain the same appearance. That's called the body of dharma nature, or dharma body. Can be like that. So every one of us in our spiritual cultivation, if you cultivate your own wondrous, luminous, true mind to become the dharma bodies, then you would eternally exist, and that is non-arising and non-ceasing. But the physical body will still perish and enter nirvana, will go through birth and death. When there is birth, there must be death. When there is arising, there would be ceasing. All the same, that's impermanence. Everything is impermanent. So now I experience what is everything is impermanent, everything has no self, and nirvana is extinction. These three dharma seals. I am experiencing them now. I hope everyone will remember to be diligent to cultivate spiritually, to gain spiritual union, to go to the Buddha land, Pure Land, and Buddha verses. Only that is eternal. Thank you, everybody.